Sex in some very serious and dangerous ways.
Sex. 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 Abstain.
Innovative booths.
Reclaim your virginity.
Protect yourself.
Safe sex bashment.
Giveaway prizes.
Yo, flex.
ASHE focuses on prevention work, advocating the safer sex tools. Abstain.
Everybody say come and fall away. Abstain, you self-control, yeah. Everybody sing self-control is in. Abstain, adding you in.
Reclaim your virginity.
When you start having sex and you found out that you're not ready for it, they can stop.
Everybody got that? If you realize you're having sex, and right now you get it, you weren't ready, and you realize that you could get into a lot of trouble because of the consequences, what you simply do is what? You just simply, and all you do is stop.
Get involved in a church, community, become a part of a youth club, do fun stuff like performing after school.
Just start off 6 and relate in already, you can stop and get the super serious second skills.
And protect. Use a condom every time, as well as development work in the area of empowerment and transformation.
In a day and age where diseases are so rampant and most people haven't the slightest clue about most of the diseases, ASHE is a perfect place to teach that sort of thing and to empower you. Not only young people, but older people. You'd be surprised how many people don't know the dangers that are out there, and ASHE has grounded me that way. So I'm a really strong person when it comes to protecting my body, right? So condom protection is a must. It's not an if or a but or a maybe, it's a must. And treasuring yourself, that is the most important lesson that I've learned. That your body is so precious, that God made you, and you are so important, and you're not to let anybody make you feel any less than what God made it to be. So I think that's the most important lesson that ASHE has taught.
ASHE uses a multi-layered approach that is practical, peer educational, deals with sexuality, and is cultural. ASHE's approach encourages teachers to adopt the role of animator, facilitator, and parent, moving outside the traditional teaching box of chalk and talk. This is effective because it stimulates youth from the entry point of the expressions they are already engaged in.
It has allowed me to get things out of me that I never usually do. My personality, I think, has improved.
ASHE's multi-layered approach involves performances, rap sessions, workshops, music videos, educational manuals, and activities workbooks. Vibes in the World of Sexuality is a musical theater production teaching reproductive health and sexuality, as well as prevention of HIV, AIDS, and other STIs. The young people enter the sexual world and encounter all the sexual challenges and diseases and learn the skills to handle them. The students become thoroughly engrossed in the production, learning as they are entertained.
I want to just take a moment to reflect on Vibes, on the curriculum called Vibes. I actually now in my role at YouthNet, I'm supposed to provide, they call it global technical leadership. I put it in quotes because I don't really know what that is. But in the area of family life education as part of what I do, and in-school education. And I've had the opportunity to travel the world. I've had the opportunity to actually see a lot of curricula, those being presented in school settings and also those being presented outside of school settings. And I have to tell you that what I found is Vibes actually is different. That it's not just even the methodology of EIC, which Joe is going to talk to you in more detail about, that's different. I thought maybe the difference was that it was Jamaica. You know, in Jamaica, song and dance means so much, and young people really feel music. But actually, I don't even know that it's just that, even though Jamaica is special in those ways. I think that it is that most materials in school settings try and dive directly into, here are the behaviors, here's what you shouldn't be doing, here's what you should do instead. And they don't really work on the individual, on the self, on trying to figure out why, or help young people figure out why they're behaving in the way that they are behaving before they actually dive into, and here's what you need to do to change. And so the Vibes sort of has its 5 steps to behavior change, which the curriculum follows. The first step is to eliminate the negative. So those are like all those negative messages that you have in your head from childhood. And they're not even necessarily reproductive health messages, but they're negative messages of you're not good enough or you're not smart enough that do have an effect on how well you take care of your body. The second one is to replace the negative with the positive to help young people feel deserving of a healthy life. Taking back your power, which is sort of confronting those demons and saying I'm beyond them. And then you get into developing the super safer sexual skills, thank you, and then making informed and responsible choices. And so I think that this emphasis is part of what makes Vibes different. So I think it's part of what makes these materials so strong and also so much fun to teach. And I know because actually I've adapted this curriculum in Senegal, in Rwanda, in India, believe it or not, using culturally appropriate adaptation, and so it's great.
The Vibes workshops provides teachers, facilitators, and social workers with the skills to effectively empower and deal with the issues of the youth in their charge through self-exploration, transformation, and deep inner work.
And I went in and I was very skeptical and all of that. And then during the whole process of the workshop and stuff like that, I was transformed. I was the type of teacher who just laid back and easygoing. And when I went back to school, there was a marked difference. People were wondering what had happened to me. I had somehow backslidden and I was making all this noise and disturbing their classes and so on. But I realized something amazing. Students started coming to my class early. They were more committed to what we're doing. I mean, for me, missing or being late for guidance and coaching class was a sin. I'd be chastised by the students who, because, and it also brought out their creativity. From using the methodology, I recognize a lot of talent in my class. Their strengths and their weaknesses, and they grow in terms of their self-esteem.
Stop! I'm not ready for that yet.
Parenting Vibes in the World of Sexuality teaches parents to give up the negative parenting tools such as ignorance, preaching, mixed messages, and instead use the positive parenting tools, communication, discipline, and setting the example. After the performances, there is conversation between the cast and the audience in order to deepen the impact of the message.
I was asking what discipline style will you use with a 3-year-old child?
What discipline style will you use with a 3-year-old child? Rosalind Williams, who's a supervisor, will take
I know why you came to me. I have a 5-year-old daughter, right? And the disciplinary method that I use is timeout. I give her timeout when she does something that she's not supposed to do. And actually we discuss the rules at home because a 3-year-old child understands perfectly. So don't underestimate a 3-year-old child. We discuss the rules and she knows that when she breaks the rules, it's time out in her room until a specific time. So, or I take away some of the privileges that she has, like television in the evening when she comes home from school.
This is where many of the myths and misinformation get corrected. It is also where the young people experience peer counseling at its best.
My name is Pam O'Toole. I'm the principal of School of the Nations. We were very delighted to be chosen as one of 3 schools to be present at the production of the ASHE performance. I must say it filled a great need that I felt we had in our school system. We focus so much on academics and really don't spend enough time and emphasis on the social issues. And today ASHE performed in the most outstanding, clear, exactly on the right level, and I think very much in line with the messages that we wanted to let our students have about abstinence, about waiting, facts about using condoms, the unbelievable repercussions, I think, they have unprotected